Okay. So yesterday, what did we do yesterday? Do you guys remember what we did?
We highlighted the important part and the part where it says like about some magnets, and the yellow, I forgot what it was.
Yep, so we highlighted important parts of the story. And then we went and Mrs. Obi wrote them on the board, right? And so we highlighted, one color was our main idea. Can you guys remember what the main idea was?
Magnets are everywhere.
Yes, okay. And then we also highlighted some additional supporting details too, didn't we? And we did those in different colors too.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember, if you look at your sheet, what were some things we highlighted?
Earphones use tiny magnets to make sound. Credit cards have a magnetic stripe on back, and refrigerator doors have no lock.
Right, so we have those listed up here, that we had earphones, credit cards, and the refrigerator. Okay, so let's flip to the next page then.
And the ink on the bills is magnetic.
Are magnetic.
Earth is a giant magnet.
Earth is a huge magnet.
So then on the second bullet, we have the ink on the bills, and we talked about soda machines, how the bills, soda.
Weren't we supposed to highlight compass?
Well, we did not highlight compass in this section, but we'll talk about that. So let's go back to the ink on the bills. So we talked about how the ink is magnetic, and the computers in the soda machine read the bills, and that's how they know if we inserted a $1 bill or a $5 bill. Do you remember talking about that?
$100 trillion bill.
Yep, and that's what was in the reading. Okay? So then we jumped down to, do you guys remember that? Thumbs up, yes? No? Maybe so? Yep, okay. So then the last part, this is what we did not talk about, but I'm going to bring you up to date. So in the reading, it says that Earth is a giant magnet.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, when we first introduced this story, we said that the Earth has north poles and south poles, right?
Yep.
And so when we have a compass, the compass, there's a needle inside, and that tells you what direction you're facing. So the poles are attracted, the needle inside the compass is attracted to the poles. So that's how we know if we're facing north, south, east, or west. So that's where the compass comes in here, okay? Because the compass will be based off of the Earth and the gravitational attraction that it has. Does that make sense to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to take your guys' sheets from you, and then we're going to do like what we did with the sea turtles, where we write a summary on what we read. And we can use our bullet points that we have up here as a way to guide us when we make our sentences. So what is this sentence right here? What's it say?
Magnets are everywhere.
Magnets are everywhere. Where would we put this sentence, do you think?
At the top.
At the top. This would be what we call our main sentence, because it's our main idea, right?
Do you like put it here or just like...
You just put it in the first line. Yep.
Well, actually, is this page filled up?
Mm-hmm.
Start here.
Okay, so start.
Start on the first line after where you finished.
And I think this is full. No, okay, so you'll start up there.
Yeah. So we can start there.
And then I want you guys, well, we'll get through the first sentence together. So we'll write, magnets are everywhere.
You see the date up there, Ava?
Mm-mm.
You're not finding it on the board?
Right here.
The date.
Oh, the date.
Right here.
Oh.
Ava, how are you doing? You're writing magnets are everywhere. You don't have to write this word. We're gonna get to these in a second, okay? But you can start thinking about how you want to form these into a sentence. Okay, how are we doing? So we want to write magnets are everywhere. Okay.
Wait, if I have like a little bit of space here, do I?
Yep, then you can just flip to the next page then.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our first main topic sentence, which is magnets are everywhere. So, as we talked about just a little bit ago, we also have these bullet points. We want to include these into our summary, okay? So we can say, or we can use the earphones, the credit cards, and the refrigerator and put them all together in a sentence. And something I want you to think about while you're writing these words out into a sentence is I want you to think about how you would share this information to somebody who doesn't know about magnets. So you'll be using the information that you remember reading about to write this into a sentence, okay? So you could think about your teacher who might not know about magnets, and so you want to inform her on what you know about magnets. So if we use these three items, the earphones, the credit cards, and the refrigerator, we're going to put them into one sentence, one or two sentences.
Earphones, credit cards, and refrigerators all
Yeah.
have magnets.
Yeah, I don't want you to just list them. I don't want you to just put them into your journal, but I want you to create a sentence or two using these words. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay.
We can start.
Yep. So when you think you've got an idea, go ahead and start. Are you thinking on how to put it in a sentence, Sage? Okay.
Sugar house. Okay. So then you should have told me then. Okay, now. What was that?
What are you thinking about?
Sugar in our story? What's in our story? Syrup. Yeah, so it holds syrup. So let's look at your
Credit cards and refrigerators all have magnets, but all different sizes.
Oh, that's a good sentence that you could use. You can write that down.
Okay. Okay, both of us have it done. Now, let's look at the word sugar house. Remember? Highlight it.
And remember that because we're starting new sentences, we want to make sure we have capital letters at the beginning. The first word has to have a capital letter. Then make sure we also add punctuation at the end,
Yes.
or a period.
So now we're going to take and we're going to underline. We haven't done this one yet. So underline the definition. This is where the sugar is made. And let syrup. Yeah. See, you
And if you're done with the first one,
now start to talk like you.
if you're done with your first sentence, put your thumb up. So then we know.
Okay, so we know that a sugar house is where the syrup is made, correct? Okay, find the next whole thing here. It looks like gold. It says oil. Boiled. The syrup boils in a container. What is boils mean? Okay. Let's go and read this first paragraph and see if it tells me what that means. Grandpa.
Did you forget?
Okay, so what is our context?
I didn't forget anything.
Okay. What's that, Mason?
He explained that
Listen,
boiling.
is he done yet? Hold on to it. Okay, so, I lost what I was gonna say. Okay, so you told me that they boiled it in the sugar house, right? What is boiling though? Look back to your context.
Wait, do we continue?
You can continue. Yep. Yep, if you're done with this one, then yep, you can work on putting these two items in a sentence.
Two.
Yep, the ink on the bills in the soda machine, and think about how they
if
are
you
connected to
use
magnets being everywhere.
water from the
Ava,
set.
how are you doing? Good. Okay.
Have you ever seen water boil? Absolutely. So in this case, we use, I know, just keep going right there.
How do you spell magnetic?
Yeah, when you boil water.
Okay, so you write
it's
magnet.
taking water up and out and doing other goods, right? So when steam. Yep. So that's what's happening. If you keep your pot boiling, the water will start disappearing in the pot.
And then let's mix the ick sound. Magnet.
IK?
IK.
I see.
I see. Yep.
And it's boiling the moisture out.
Are you ready to go on to the second one then? Okay. So if you'll think about how these two items work together with magnets being everywhere. Ava, how are you doing? Oh wow, what do we have here?
Put them all in a sentence.
Oh, magnets are everywhere. Here. So what are you thinking? Can you tell me what your thoughts are?
I'm putting these on a sentence.
Oh, okay. Well, what we were going to do was put them in separate sentences.
That would be my favorite part. Taste testing. There are two different types of syrup. Some syrup is light brown,
So,
some
Ava,
is darker brown. Each type has its own.
These are all going to be separate
I can't
sentences,
decide
okay?
which flavor
I'm
I
sorry.
like best. My hint word came way before they used my word. What do you think the hint word was, Mason?
How are you feeling, Josiah?
What was your hint word? What was the definition?
Feel good?
Yeah.
Not so good? Do you have questions?
Okay, what do you think it is? Well, that half of it's right. Flavor and the word taste go together. So circle flavor,
What are you thinking,
circle
Sage?
taste, and then draw a line connecting. Oh, there's one straight through. Do I have a nice marker? Okay. Okay. So the last paragraph, let's read it.
It's capital S. That's a good sentence. too, Ava. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Okay, so I liked everything that you read except for.
Can you read to me what you have so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
See on that?
Magnets are everywhere. Your phones and credit cards and refrigerators all have magnets.
Okay.
I'm not finished yet.
No, that's
She has
fine.
the same one as
Bills
me.
and soda machines have magnets.
They have magnets too. What else? What do you remember what the soda machine does when an ink or when a bill goes through?
Mm-mm.
No, you don't remember.
Mm-mm. We haven't used a soda machine
Oh, okay. So when you
since
have
a long time ago.
yeah. So do you remember what the what our story said about soda machines and no? Okay.
Wait, can we put compass and Earth like in separate sentences?
What are you thinking?
Like the compass one is like kind of gonna be a long one.
Okay. Well, as long as you know how they're related to one another. But the ink on the bills, if you remember, the ink is magnetic. And so when you put your bill through, yep, then the soda machine knows how much money you inserted. So maybe you can use that idea as a way to share that information in your sentence.
Wait, what is the thing called that shows to the
What direction you're going?
on compass like
The needle?
um,
Yep. The needle. Do you know how to spell needle?
NIT?
Needle. It's kind of hard to say it through the mask. But yeah, it's a needle.
NET what?
N-E-E. 2 E's. D. Not a T. No T. A D-L-E.
And then EL?
L-E. Okay, are you ready? Okay, what do you have?
Magnets are everywhere. Your phone.
Oh, good catch.
And credit cards and refrigerators all have magnets.
Yeah.
Bills and soda machines all have magnets. Earth, compass, all have magnets.
Okay, so we are out of time.
How do you spell right?
Rate,
Right.
right. R-I-G-H-H-T. You finished? Okay.
Me too.
And you too?
Mm-hmm.
And Ava? Okay.
Wait, can we read it to you?
It's time to head back. We'll read tomorrow. Okay? I'll share up tomorrow.
There you go.